Texas League Baseball is next. And welcome into this live Wednesday night broadcast here in Frisco, Texas. We now take it to the star of the show, Jonathan Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Welcome in one and all to this live Wednesday night broadcast here of Texas League Baseball. We're up here in beautiful Frisco, Texas, 6 miles outside of downtown Dallas, Texas, as we get set for this one here at beautiful Statesman's Park. Hi, my name's Jonathan Baker, and I'm here with my co-host and my friend and partner, Bob. Bob, good evening.
Good evening, John. Thank you.
So I got to say, Bob, 50 wins for the visiting San Antonio Missions, and they are leading the charge like you wouldn't even believe as they go through here in the second game of this 6-game series. Well, if tonight the Missions win, it'll be their 51st against the Frisco RoughRiders, and I will say that everybody trails these first half South Division champions who claimed the first half after the end of the 6 games at Corpus Christi, and pretty much they did phenomenally well getting up there in Corpus Christi and San Antonio. They're doing pretty good, but San Antonio claims the first half South Division, and that was after the game. Do believe it was won. I don't know if it was or not, but I think the Corpus Christi Hooks took that final game during that Sunday during last week, and it was pretty good. Well, we're about ready to get started. We're just about 30 to 40 minutes late getting on here, and so far we're going to go ahead and take it downstairs as we continue this live event going on. So this will pretty much be a little pregame short as we get things started here tonight with me and my partner Bob going and coming on here tonight. Well, tonight for Game 2 is a right-hander, Kumar Rocker, as he is 6'5", 245 pounds, and age 23. He'll get the call for Frisco here in this ball game. Well, leading off, the center fielder, Tim Lopes, as he comes in, and he's about ready to go here on this Wednesday evening. And here's the pitch by Rocker, and that one is right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1 as we are underway here tonight, our live broadcast from beautiful Statesman's Park here in Frisco, Texas. That one is high fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul, so the count now 0-2. San Antonio at Frisco, Wichita at Amarillo, Midland at Corpus Christi, Arkansas at Springfield, Tulsa at Northwest Arkansas. And gotta say, there are tonight your ball clubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one right there as he gets him at the knees, and Rocker gets the first strikeout as he will strike out the center fielder, Tim Lopes. Tonight umpiring is Ty Krause. First base umpire is Jeff Andrews. And gotta say, we got 3 people, myself, Bob, and Jeff Andrews from San Antonio. Now in is the shortstop, Evan Mendoza, covering the injured teammate in the shortstop area. And yeah, gotta say that was a pretty tough injury, as Wander Javier is now out.
Did we ever get the report on how long he's going to be gone?
Well, just depends, Bob. I mean, the x-rays are to be determined, but I think we got the results already. Oh, yes, here we go. Laura just sent me a picture, and it's a Facebook post saying that Wander Javier will be out for maybe at least a month to 2. And I gotta say, it looked broke when he pretty much did the last play. And so far, we'll talk more about it as we go now to the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for San Antonio. And we're about ready to do, as Luis Angel Acuna will step in for the RoughRiders coming up after this. Aaron Leisure, a lefty, will strike up, 6'3" and 208 pounds and age 26 for San Antonio, will get the hill. And shortstop Luis Angel Acuna will come up first for the RoughRiders. Boy, yesterday, that was a very bad thing for Wander Javier, the shortstop for the Missions, as he gets injured on a play. Well, the chance now, let's give the RoughRiders the starting lineups for the home side. And losing last night, that was a big ouch, as they will try again here tonight to win a game and send the home fans happy. Well, send them home happy. Julio Pablo Martinez coming in as he takes a cold strike up top, and the count now is 0-1. So yes, he will be out for 2 months. Joshua Mears, he's been gone for at least a month and a half, getting injured during the time that we took on the Midland Rockhounds there in San Antonio on a Sunday afternoon, playing the final game of a 6-game set there. Our beautiful brand new ballpark there. It is a pretty ballpark, and gotta say, enjoy it a lot as we get things started. That one's high flying in the air. Second baseman Jackson Merrill will reach up in right field to make the play, and he's got it for out number 2. Well, that'll bring up the third batter of the night, Trevor Halver, striking up for Frisco. So far, so good for San Antonio and the RoughRiders. That one is fouled in the way. The count now is 0-1. Boy, bottom of the fourth, Corpus Christi leads the Midland Rockhounds by the score of 3-2. It is 7:48 as we're getting underway here tonight with the Missions and Frisco RoughRiders game here, Statesman's Park. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get up to right field for a base hit. And here comes the throw, as the throw will be too late, and that's going to be a 2-out double. Boy, and that's courtesy of Dr. Pepper. And so far, after a long period of time that Dr. Pepper was named this ballpark, and so far they changed the name to Statesman. High fly in the air, Jackson Merrill makes the play, and he's got it for the final out. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left stranded off at second, as now we head for the top of 2, and it's no score through 1. Leading off for San Antonio, first baseman Juan Fernandez coming in and ready to go. The pitch. And that's going to be line drive up to right center, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So yes, we are exactly 43 days until the all-new season of Love's New Series, coming on Friday, September 1st at 7/6 Central, right here on Baker J Studios, part of J Baker Vlogs. So you can catch myself and Love on this 2 back-to-back new seasons coming up to conclude the 2023 year, going into 2024. And the first era will evidently be finished during next year. Following after that will be Love's New Series 3. And the sequel series coming in the fall of 2024. Third baseman Lucas Dunn coming in, as that's going to be hard hit to the shortstop. He'll pass it to second and first, and they will overturn a 6-4-3 double play for the RoughRiders. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, Grant Little, as he strides in. And yeah, turning 2 was no laughing matter when you look at it. That one high and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Game 3 tomorrow night, as RoughRiders and San Antonio Missions will continue onward. And the 0-1. And that's going to be line drive right there. As he jumps rows, he gets them, and that will do. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. As we go now to the bottom of 2, it's no score through 2.5. Well, Callan Strom, the designated hitter, will start the bottom half of the second inning for Frisco. And the pitch. That one high and inside for a code strike. Or correction, a ball. I'll do that again. That one high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to the designated hitter, Kellen Strom. And that's going to get down right in front of Tirso Ornales, as that will be a no-out single. Right fielder Sandro Fabian coming in, as he's got a runner at first, bottom of 2. Nobody out here in this half inning. Wichita leads the Amarillo Sod Poodles 2-1, bottom of 3. So the Wind Surge and Sod Poodles, 2 newest teams in the Texas League, as both of them started in 2021. And hey, Bob, do you know where the team came from?
Oh yeah, we remember where this team came from. It was from the former New Orleans Baby Cakes.
That's right. In 2019, when San Antonio went up to be in Texas, being in a AAA team, I was going to say they were not a part of the Texas League, but they were up in AAA for at least 2 years. The New Orleans Baby Cakes were in a financial situation, as they had pretty much nobody going out to their ball games.
Oh, that's pretty bad right there.
And yet, for closure, they were going to come out and pretty much close all operations down.
Well, that's pretty sad.
High fly in the air to the center fielder, Tim Lopes, as that will do for this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on as we head for the top of the third, and it's still no score through 2. Well, the second baseman, Jackson Merrill, batting in the 7th spot. Get things started here tonight. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Left fielder will make the run and grab. And he's got it for out number 1. Left fielder Albert Fabian coming in. As 1 away, nobody on in the top of the 3rd inning for the Missions. Yes, the New Orleans went out of business during the year 2019. And I gotta say, it's been about 4 years since we lost the Baby Cakes. And pretty much they transferred the team to Wichita. And they became the Wichita Wind Surge AAA for the Miami Marlins. That was their affiliate. When they got downgraded to a AA team and joined the Texas League, they are now an affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. Amarillo was pretty much getting assigned to another affiliation, that was the Arizona Diamondbacks. And that is how San Antonio got their Padres affiliation back. I mean, I gotta say, Bob, it is pretty good that we spent 2 successful years being in a Padres organization, as this is our 3rd season of Texas League Baseball.
Well, I gotta say, it is pretty good when you have teams that can move up from AAA to be downgraded to even a AA, and it's pretty good.
Bob, why are you picking your nose?
'Cause I got boogers. What else do you say?
Boy, are you funny. I mean, I'm telling you, Bob, stop picking your nose. And that one's going to be right there. And boy, he misses it. And no play, as that will hit the bag, and that'll be a scores decision, an infield single. And that's going to be another base hit for San Antonio to a fielder's choice. And that's going to be right there, line drive. And they'll get the out, as that will do. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. As we now head for the bottom of the 3rd, still no score through 3.5. Well, the catcher, Matt Watley, coming in for the RoughRiders. In the pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. Got a lot of crowds watching, and so far San Antonio and Frisco RoughRider fans coming in. That one's going to drop and out of play, and the count now 0-2. Leisure back to work in the stance. And that's going to be hit to Jackson Merrill. There is second. He'll pass it right there to Juan Fernandez, just a few feet from him. And that's out number 1. That'll bring up Luis Angel Acuna. He's 0 for 1, a pop out in the 1st inning. Well, it's good to come out to the ball game and just relax after a day's work. And so far, if you're listening to us on 101.1/FM The Bull, you can always enjoy baseball right here on this channel. And so far, if you're driving home from work, that's good too. Or if you're at the ball game. Right there, the 3rd baseman done. A clean throw right to Juan Fernandez, as that will be for out number 2. Julio Pablo Martinez is 0 for 1 as he singled the last time up. The pitch right there in the end for a code strike, and it's 0-1. As I said, Wichita leads Amarillo 2-1, top of 4. There at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. The 0-1, right there and inside for a code strike, and it's 0-2. So far, we'll check more Texas League scores. As saying that the Sod Poodles trail the Wichita Wind Surge by just 1, which it's not that bad at all. So no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Right there and outside, it's 1-2. Dadgum, Bob, how many times do I have to say, stop picking your nose?
What? My nose is itchy.
Well, okay, quit picking at it, or you're going to do something.
Yeah, I may be older than you. You might be old whippersnapper. But let me tell you one thing. I can pick my nose if I want to.
Yeah, gross. Right there to Leisure, to Fernandez, and that's an easy play, as that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors for Frisco. As we head now for the top of the San Antonio 4th. It is no score through 3. We're back after this on the show as we start up the 4th inning with Tirso Ornales coming in right after this.
We're back at 3, 2, 1.
Well, we're top of the fourth inning on this Wednesday night. Tirso Ornales will lead it off for the Missions as we are about ready to go for this fourth inning. That's going to be high fly right there up to left center, and that gets through for another base hit. Northwest Arkansas 2-0 over the Tulsa Drillers. They're top of 4. One away with Jose Ramos coming up for the Tulsa Drillers. In now, Juan Fernandez coming up for the Missions here tonight, and that's going to be inside. High and out, 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first, nobody out, top of 4 for the Missions. And a pitch. And that's going to be line drive to left, and that gets through for another base hit. And again, they are threatening here.
Yeah, two of those base hits could be very bad. And if they could ever think about getting somebody across the score, it has to be now.
Third baseman Lucas Dunn coming in as he takes a ball outside, and the count now 1-0. Tonight can make their 51st win of the season for the San Antonio Missions, or it could change around from the Frisco RoughRiders being a 38-45 of the year in last place.
And no wonder they didn't get a playoff spot in Frisco for anything.
Well, do believe, Bob, that there will be 3 teams on both sides, south and north, that will get eliminated at the end of this half. Midland, Corpus Christi, and Frisco, Springfield, Northwest Arkansas, and Wichita would face elimination, while the remainder 4, San Antonio, Amarillo, Arkansas, and Tulsa, would advance forward to the Texas League playoffs. And that one right there is for ball 4, and that will load up the bases.
Boy, and something you don't want to see every day, but now you do, as you get a free inherited walk. That is just something that you don't really see every day, but you do exactly see it. That one right there in the end for a code strike, and it's 0-1. I believe that Kumar Rocker, boy, he is probably going to have a heart attack if he loses this one. I mean, a base hit would get him going, and they will get a run across the score on a ground ball sacrifice. San Antonio will get the first run in to score. It's 1-0 Missions in this half inning. The number 7 batter, Jackson Merrill, he's 0 for 1, line out in the third. As he comes in and waiting to scratch in a few more. Second and third still waiting out there. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And here comes the tag up. And they won't get him, as that will be a sacrifice fly out. And it's now 2-0 San Antonio. The 8-hole batter cleanup is Albert Fabian. 2 runs already homed here in this half inning. That's a swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-1. We gotta say, it is getting pretty good out here, and it's a fun ball game and stuff. And I mean, it's really good.
And that's going to be line drive, and that'll bring in the third run for San Antonio. And it is up 3-0 on an RBI single. And that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Michael Cantu. Cantu coming in as he awaits the first runner. Holding off right there. Line drive up to right field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And boy, they're still searching for it out there. And the runner for first coming home, and that's going to be a RBI double. And it's now 4-0 San Antonio. Mission's up now, a grand slam. 4 runs have all been earned in this half inning. Center fielder Tim Lopes coming in as he's got that RBI opportunity awaiting there is second. And that's going to be high fly in the air and up at right field as that will do. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 left. We now head for the bottom half of the 4th inning. The San Antonio Missions lead it by 4-0. Well, leading off the bottom half of the 4th is Trevor Halver. He's 1 for 1, a double in the first. Mission striking 4 in the top of the 4th. And so far, pretty good right there. That one taken well and inside for a count now, 0-1. Boy, Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas. The Naturals lead Tulsa at Riverboat Field. And it's a pretty good ball game there at Riverboat. Could have wished we would have been there this year, but instead the Naturals get a pretty good deal out of coming to San Antonio and having a pretty good time up there. 9 games against the Missions, and they complete a 500-run cycle. Here is Blaine Krim as he takes one high and outside, and that will go foul into the stadium as that is a code strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to be right there and out of play for the count now, 0-2. A 1-2. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Fabian running out of room. And boy, howdy, he got everything, and it's gone. A terrific home run. Well, the Frisco RoughRiders, and they will not say we won't be shutted out anymore. And it's a 4-1 contest now as they trail San Antonio just 3. Boy, and he tattooed it right out of the ballpark, John. Yeah, he sure did. It is gone. Home run for the Frisco RoughRiders. And it is pretty good right there as you see how far it went. 419 foot with 104 mile per hour exit velocity. And the pitch. That one high fly in the air, and that one is going out of play. So the count now is 0-1. Single in the second to Kellen Strom as he was the 1 for 1 of the ball game during the last time up. The pitch. And right there and in for a code strike, and it's 0-2. Arkansas leads the 3-1 advantage against Springfield as they are bottom of the 6th inning with bases loaded for the Cardinals organization. And boy, I tell you one thing, Springfield, a grand slam, they would make it 5-3 if they could walk off a grand slam against Arkansas. That one is high fly in the air. Fabian in pursuit makes the play in foul territory, as that is recorded for out number 2. Well, Sandro Fabian coming in. 1850 top speed, route efficiency 97-1, and 102 foot of distance. Sandro Fabian coming in as 2 away, nobody on. And in this half inning, 1 run scores in for Frisco. But top of the 4th inning, San Antonio scratches up 4, and they have the upper hand in this ball game. So pretty good right there. The 0-2. And that's going to be hit to Jackson Merrill. And he'll flip it to Juan Fernandez, as that will do for this half of the 4th. Top of the 5th as we come up on 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the RoughRiders. And we are now going to the 5th as San Antonio continues us to lead by 3. Shortstop Evan Mendoza is 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Covering the teammate in short, Wander Javier, is so far we just have received word from Frisco that he will be in San Antonio. Well, he just got transferred by helicopter to San Antonio to a medical hospital there. And so far, they're going to try to get him home, and he's going to spend at least 2 months being out of work, but he will get a paid leave from the San Antonio Missions. So 2 that are on the injured list is Joshua Mears in right, and Wander Javier being up in the shortstop area. And gotta say, that right there is just a tough thing when you have 2 of your best guys out there that are just out. Yeah, they're out due to injuries, and that's the one thing that could really put a ball team on their knees. If too many people are out on injury, then that's not good right there. And right there, high fly, and that will be caught for out number 2.
The first baseman.
Well, Juan Fernandez coming in. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run. Coming in across the score for the Missions during the last time up. And the pitch. And right there, that hits the 3rd. But going to shortstop, as that will be the first baseman getting the out. And that is how this one ends. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors for San Antonio as we now head for the bottom of the 5th. That's 4-1 Missions.
Leading up for Frisco, the second baseman.
Second baseman Thomas Ajacey is coming in as he's 0 for 1, a pop out in the 3rd inning, and that's going to be high. Watch it fly. Boy, he's got everything. That one is out of here. Boy, and they are just getting things started here as Frisco gets another home run. And that one by second baseman Thomas Ajacey. Boy, Ajacey tattoos it. And boy, that one, without a doubt, 369 foot in the air, 95 and 2 getting right there. That's pretty good. Here's Caber Rodriguez as he comes in, takes a cold strike, and the count now 0-1. Arkansas and Springfield tied at 3 apiece in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yet the question remains, the bases still remain loaded for Springfield. And so far, pretty good right there. Right there in the count now, 0-2 was, that pitch was been thrown. And now here is pitch number 43. And that's going to be high fly right there. Fabian will make the run and grab shy of the warning track, as that is for out number 1. Matt Watley is 0 for 1, ground out in the 3rd. And a pitch. And right there and in for a code strike, gets 0-1. Got a great home crowd here on the Wednesday night. And got to say, glad that everybody could come in and enjoy what appears to be baseball in the Texas League. Right there, Ornelas will be camped under it, and that's for out number 2. Well, that'll bring us up to the top of the lineup for Frisco, and stepping in, Luis Angel Acuna will step in as he's 0 for 2 of the night for the RoughRiders. And that's high fly in the air. Cantu will make the grab, and Luis Angel Acuna cannot believe that he done that, as that will do for this half inning. A run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. As we head for the top of the 6th inning, it is 4-2 San Antonio, as the Missions have the lead by 2. Cody Bradford, a lefty coming up for the RoughRiders. He is 6'4", 197 pounds, and age 25. We'll get the start here for the top of inning number 6. Here's third baseman Lucas Dunn as he comes and takes a code strike. The count now 0-1. The pitch. And that one's going to be right there. And line drive up to right field, and that gets through for a base hit. Boy, pretty good right there as he gets that line drive. What a great play by that 5th batter, Lucas Dunn. And that's going to be well hit to 3rd. They'll flip it to 1. They relay it. They get a double play. Boy, and that is one costly decision right there. A 5-4-3, a smackaroonie, a punch in the face or whatever. Boy, that really kills it right there. Well, what do you call a smackaroonie? I don't know, but I heard it from somebody. I guess it's better than a kitty litter sandwich. What have you been watching, The Little Rascals? Yeah. Hey, do you remember when they had that little kart race? And, well, we're going to get right to it as we get back right here, or right after this. Well, bottom of the 6th inning, and here is Julio Pablo Martinez as he's 0 for 2. As we're about ready to get things going. Here's a pitch. And right there, Mendoza in short. Flip it right there to Fernandez. He gets him easily for the out. So, Bob, do you remember who was in the Little Rascals? There was a proud guest. He was the 45th President of the United States.
Oh, yeah, Donald J. Trump, I remember. He was in the Little Rascals. He was pretty much on the phone talking to the little girl racing in the little car. He's like, oh, hi, Dad. Hey, we're going to try to win this race. and so far it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene when they're out having the go-kart race and little kids just riding these cars, and Donald Trump was out there and he was pretty much watching the little kids having this race.
You remember Spanky?
Yeah, I remember him.
You remember the two little twins that always liked pickles so much?
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was just kind of funny when you see it that way. And that's going to be right there, and they will not get them, and that's first and third. Boy, Frisco, they got a chance right here to pick up a win here at home. And I will say, that's going to be pretty good if they do for the Frisco RoughRiders. Right there and inside for a code strike, and that's the count now, 0-1. The grossest scene that I've seen in the Little Rascals is where these little kids, they, you know how little kids are, Bob. They like to prank other little kids. They're like, oh, let's make them a kitty litter sandwich. Boy, how bad would that taste?
I think I just threw up in my mouth when you said that.
Well, you're not kidding there, Bob, I will say. That right there is just disgusting. But anyway, I will say that The Little Rascals was a pretty funny movie. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It had little kids that would go out there and they saw a fire, they would think about putting it out. And there are some that acted like firefighters.
Yeah, I remember that scene. That was a pretty good scene.
And yeah, they have dogs. They had this one dog that pretty much looked like the Kmart dog.
You mean the Target?
Yeah, Target, I meant to say. I do apologize. But anyway, we're going to talk more about that as we go for the top of the 7th inning for San Antonio. As that was strand 2, first and third. It's still a 4-2 ball game here as we go to the 7th. 8-hole batter Albert Fabian coming in as he takes a code strike, and the count now 1-0. So, Bob, your favorite childhood movie, what was it like? And what did you enjoy most about it?
Well, I will say that me and my wife love dogs, so we will say your favorite.
Oh, let me guess, Beethoven?
Yeah, Beethoven is like one of my favorite movies. I mean, Charles Grodin, he did pretty good.
Hey, do you know that Charles was my great cousin?
I didn't even know that. You didn't tell me nothing.
Well, now I am. He's one of my great cousins that my mother knew. And he came to the house, and I think my mother Donna knew him, and well, he came by and he saw his kids, and so far he went into movie industry during the time, and so far it's pretty good.
So Charles, yeah, he played the dad of Beethoven.
Yeah, George Newton. George, he really didn't like dogs, but at the end he really liked the dog. I mean, pretty good as that right there. But anyway, boy, that one high fly in the air up in left center as that one is caught for the out. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 7th as Thomas J.C. will come up and it's still a 4-2 ball game.
Leading off for the RoughRiders, the second baseman,
Well, Thomas JC coming in for the RoughRiders as we're about ready to go for inning number 7. That one down and in for the ball in the count now 1-0. Well, tomorrow's contest, we will go live at 7 o'clock. And pretty good right there. That one high and inside for a code strike, and it's the count now 1-1. You know, I liked Beethoven. Beethoven was a great film, and I still love it to this day. I love dogs. I love just how the way it is. And so far, I just gotta say, it's pretty good to have a dog.
Yeah, I know, John. But anyway, in your apartment, you really can't have a dog, and
yeah, I know. My dad always tells me that. I just can't wait to, like, get my own place. And that way I can have a dog. I could make a pretty good thing about it. Is find my true place in the world and not have to pay rent and listen to landlords. They nag all the time. And this and that. A lot of times when you live in an apartment, I mean, you know, even if you share an apartment, like with your roommates, I mean, have you ever done that before?
well, yeah, I've pretty much had to do that a lot of times. I've had to share a room with a roommate of mine. You know, I'd always have to yell at him. They pick up the trash, pick your trash up, do this, do that. And, you know, there's a lot of things that probably make your skin crawl, because I seen your place. I mean, your two roommates, they leave dirty dishes in the sink. And they expect somebody, probably like you, to clean it up, but you don't share dishes or whatever. They're the ones doing it, you're not.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, Bob? I mean, it's not my responsibility to go home every day and having to pick up a mess after people that don't learn how to get in there and clean up after they're done eating. And that's one way that a lot of times that they can, you know, the apartments, they could easily have bugs. And that's just one thing that none of us want. But anyway, well, we go top half of the 8th inning as it is 4-2 San Antonio as the Missions continue to lead in the top of the 8th. Well, they'll bring up the shortstop, Evan Mendoza. 2-2 the tie in the bottom of 6th there at Water Ridge Field, downtown Amarillo, as Wichita and Amarillo are tied even at 2. Boy, 6,139 fans here tonight, not including the people on YouTube Live coming into this ball game and having a good time about that. Line drive up past shortstop, and that will be up to left center for a base hit. Boy, Mendoza can really hit a baseball, and so far he got on there at first base. And it's a pretty good night so far. That one high fly in the air. And the left fielder will make the run and grab, as that will be out number 1. Now Tirso Ornelas will be retired. And here's Juan Fernandez, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. Yeah, but the Little Rascals, it takes me to being a child again. And so far, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was the greatest little childhood film that, you know, I used to watch back when I was a kid.
High in the air, up to left center. Center fielder will make the run and grab, and he's got it for out number 2. Boy, San Antonio down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Third baseman Lucas Dunn, 1 for 2, single and a run here for the Missions. Boy, nighttime is coming in, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get up there for a base hit. And boy, howdy, first and third now. And that's going to be pretty good right there. Another base hit would put the Missions up to a 5-run, 3-run lead against the RoughRiders. And that's going to be right there as they'll force them out at second, and that will do. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left as we go now to the bottom of the 8th. And it is a 4-2 San Antonio lead. Well, we're going back to the top of the lineup as stepping in Luis Angel Acuna. We'll get things started here for us in the bottom of 8. High fly in the air, and that one will go out of play and foul. So the count now still remains at 0-1. Wichita 2-5-1, Amarillo 2-5-0 in the ball game there at Water Ridge Field. So pretty good as that game there in Amarillo against the Wichita Wind Surge is going pretty good as expected. Go ahead and give you some more Texas League scores as we take you to Corpus Christi as they take on the Midland Rockhounds tonight. And right back to Leisure. He throws to Juan Fernandez as that's a quick out number 1. The top of the 7th inning as Corpus Christi is 3 runs in a deficit. They lead Midland 5-2 in the top of the 7th. I was going to say Corpus Christi is high fly in the lead, and that's a pretty good thing. Right there, Fabian will make the run and grab. There's 2 away here in this half inning. Trevor Halver's 2 for 3, double single in this ball game. Now the Hooks do lead 5-2 against Midland. And so far tonight, they could try to get things going in that one. Right there to second baseman Jackson Merrill. Flip it right to Juan Fernandez. And that will do for this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left as we head for the top of the 9th. It is 4-2 San Antonio. Leading off for the top of the 9th for San Antonio, second baseman Jackson Merrill. Number 7 batter here tonight will take well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. That one high fly in the air. In center. Will make the center fielder grab it. As that is a quick out number 1. The Hulk Cat cleanup hitter, Albert Fabian. Fabian coming in and about ready to go. Right there inside for a code strike of the count, 0-1. Take you back to the game. Northwest Arkansas versus Tulsa, as pretty much the two ball clubs are pretty good for that game. That one right there, and out for the ball in the count now, 1-1. One ball, one strike. And that one's going to be line drive up to right center, and that gets through for a base hit. So a one-out single will continue this half inning. New score in Northwest Arkansas there at Riverboat Field. Northwest Arkansas Naturals 4, Tulsa Drillers nothing, as they are bottom of the fifth there at Riverboat. Still a lot of time left, as they have a lot of stuff going on. And boy, they just issued a balk. Luca Tresh for Northwest Arkansas gets a second place in the second base bag. So he gets awarded that. And that's going to be a balk right there. So that's going to be high fly in the air. And that's going to be out number 2. A lot of times I was thinking that home plate umpiring crew out there in Northwest Arkansas was issuing the warning to the Tulsa pitcher. Well, a lot of times they just point the finger and say, hey, look, don't do that anymore. You know, just keep your mouth shut, play the game, and pitch when you're called to do so. Well, we go bottom of the 9th inning. It is 4-2 San Antonio, as we're down to the last half inning here tonight for this game. Now, leading off the bottom of the 9th is the number 4 batter, Blaine Krim. That's high fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul. So the count now is 0-1. 7:05 for a Thursday night, as we have Thirsty Thursday. And every Thirsty Thursday is always a Dr. Pepper special. So all drinks are $2 a piece when coming into the ballpark and having fun, as coming in and having a good time with the RoughRiders. Or anybody in the AA Texas League for that matter. Boy, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit, and up a triple for the RoughRiders. And boy, somebody out there was not paying attention. And that's going to be a quick mound visit. And that's going to do for the starter here for Aaron Leisure. So Leisure gets a boot in the bottom of the 9th as he goes 9 2/3 innings. And so far responsible for the runner at third there on that no-out triple. Callan Strom will meet up Moises Salugo, as he takes a code strike in the count now, 0-1. 1 for 3 single in the second. And the pitch. And that's going to be right there and foul, so the count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he gets them. And Lugo will get the first guy down, retired. And that's going to bring in Albert Fabian. The pitch. Right there and in for a code strike. And it's the count now, 0-1. Runner still holds off at third. The tying run is at the plate. Pitch right there and in for a code strike. And that's the count now, 0-2. 4-2 our score here for the San Antonio Missions, being a 2-run deficit against the RoughRiders. And that one is going to be fouled in the way. The count now still remains at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's high fly in the air. Ornelas makes the play. And here comes the run. And that's ball game. And they get a double play. And what a way to end that one. They get a pickoff. And San Antonio winning their 51st of the season against the Frisco RoughRiders. Well, game 2 is won by a 2-run deficit. And it's a final San Antonio 4, Frisco RoughRiders 2. Pretty good ball game tonight, as that one, without a doubt, was a pretty good one. We got to say we are back tomorrow evening at 7:05. And so far, Bob, did you enjoy that ball game?
I sure did. It was fun.
And San Antonio winning the second of this one. And we're back tomorrow evening. Our first game pitch at 7:05 for Thirsty Thursday right here in Frisco. Well, got to say, guys, for all of us, we hope y'all have a great night. And we will see y'all again tomorrow. Have a good night and be safe getting home.
For the victorious mission, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the RoughRiders, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.